My question is, which one's the real wolf?
You gonna learn today.
Proximity coverage only. Rogue agent neutralized.
Good night.
Rogue agent neutralized nearby.
Oh,
Serious trauma detected. Agent down. Rogue agent nearby. Manhunt detected nearby. Rogue agent neutralized nearby. Nearby agent has become rogue. Progress nearby. Agent neutralized. Nearby rogue agent killed. Nearby agent has gone rogue.
You so sneaky.
Rogue defender drone detected. Now detecting contaminated gear. Rogue agent eliminated. Hive detected. Nearby rogue agent killed. Now detecting contaminated gear. Rogue status detected by droids. Rogue agent manhunt in progress nearby. Rogue agent neutralized.
Oh my god, even the outcasts are against you. I will bite your ankles!
Rogue agent eliminated. Landmark engaged.
GG guys, GG.
Agent out of action. Agent killed. Rogue agent neutralized.
Watch out, watch out.
Yeah.
I got you.
Rogue agent detected.
Hey, what's going on everybody? Wolf here, and just gonna go over a high crit DPS build that I've been using. As you know by the title, it's glass cannon, or should I say perfect glass cannon. So this build is very fun to use, but very, very hard to use. You are going to die a lot, and it's crazy how they got this fixed up. So we're using the firewall, Eagle Bearer, and the Police M4. I changed up a few things on a DPS build, so I'm not hitting quite as hard as I was. I was at like 121. But this build is super fun. Pays off good, but as you know, when you get shot, you take a lot of damage. So real quick, we'll go into the stats. Hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay, and here are my stats. So we dropped down on weapon damage about 2.5 to 3,000. 60% crit chance, 195.7 crit damage, and my headshot damage is still a little low. Still have to upgrade that part of my watch. Armor damage is 0, but that's simply because I have the Eagle Bearer in my primary, so I get a little, about 6%, whatever I got rolled on my gun. Nothing too special, but anyway, let's get into the build real quick. This is nothing new. This is just an update. I've just been playing around trying to get more DPS, and so I'm using the Coyote Mask Perfect God Roll with the Pack Instinct, so I'm getting an additional 25% crit hit damage. This, I did have a Walker and Harris mask to try to get an extra 5% weapon damage, and this pretty much is, it's a lot better, I have to say. 3-piece Providence backpack, pretty much standard. Vigilance, got it with crit chance and crit damage, a little bit of weapon damage. We're running Fenris gloves. I need to find some better ones. The thing that's hurting me right now is the fact that my backpack, my chest piece, and my holster do not have 15% weapon damage. Otherwise, this weapon damage right here would actually go back up to 122, maybe. I think it is 123. One piece of Grupo for the 15% crit damage, which is it helps a lot. Weapon damage, crit chance, and I rolled 12%. And again, this build is pretty much the same. We just changed the chest piece. Got a little weapon damage, could be higher. Crit chance could be higher. I actually swapped this out because it had a little more weapon damage, and so the 3-piece gives you 15% headshot damage, 10% crit chance, and 15% headshot damage, or I'm sorry, critical hit damage. So that's why you're running a 3-piece. And then this piece is pretty bad, but it was the better of the two that I had, I think. Perfect glass cannon, the sacrifice. Let me see what my other one was, if I can find it. Okay, I guess I don't have it. Chain killer. Yeah, I guess I put it in stash, but anyway, the weapon damage is really low. My other one was only like 11.5, 11.6 or whatever. We do got good crit damage, and I rolled 6% crit chance, and then we put a 11.2 crit damage mod on it. Perfect glass cannon, all damage you deal amplified by 30%. All damage you take is amplified by 60. I think that's a little bit ridiculous. I think that should only be, you know, drop down to like 45, maybe 50. I think they need to drop that, or they need to increase the damage to 40%. There shouldn't be but about a 15 to 20% difference between the damage you deal and the damage you take. It's just absolute ridiculous. This build is so squishy simply because of that 60% you're taking from the Perfect Glass Cannon, and it has put me on the floor. The video footage you watch has pretty much just some highlights of the damage, and some of the video footage that you've seen was where there were multiple people around, so I wasn't the only one being focused. If you get focused or sniped, it doesn't matter what, doesn't matter what rifle or whatever, you're going down. As you can see, my armor is only 726k, and with the chest piece and backpack talents amplified by whatever their rifle damage is, it's going to put you on the ground real fast. So anyway, still running the pulse to jam skills and seekers that they throw, trying to knock you out of cover. I do swap to the decoy sometimes just to kind of sneak around a little bit, and we are running the Seeker Mind to basically knock them out of cover, or try to get their shield to go down a little bit. Only got 1.1 million damage. PvP damage is only 228. But the bleed damage, sometimes it depends on what their armor is. I basically can, put them on bleed, and sometimes force them to take a med kit, which is the objective. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much the build. Again, we're running 60 crit chance. I think King Macho basically throws this out there to where he highly recommends that you always cap out at 60% before you start working on anything else, and then work on, you know, either your headshot damage or your crit damage, or, you know, whatever you want. But you always want to try to make sure you get at least 60% crit chance on all your builds. It's really important. So you can have like 250%, but if you're only hitting like 10% or once or twice in those 10 rounds, give or take, you're not doing as much damage because you're not critting. So just keep that in mind, guys. And yeah, we're using the firewall specialization simply for the armor break. It pretty much sets your enemy on fire within, I think it's like 10 meters, and we're using it for the med kit. Although they did nerf efficient, we're still getting the firewall nerf as 200%. We're not getting efficient because we're running the perfect glass cannon. But other than that, guys, I just, you know, wanted to throw a little quick build video out there and some gameplay. Yeah, if you have any questions, just please comment below and like and subscribe, and hopefully I can answer some questions. And I guess we'll see you on the next one. Alright guys, peace.